Trust me bro, you're not just being sensitive. When your friends constantly belittle you, ignore you, or make fun of you, it kills your confidence every single day. And if you don't fix it now, trust me, you'll keep playing the role that they've written out for you. In this video, I'll break down how you're the punching bag of the friend group and exactly how I escaped without losing my social circle. I've gone from being the guy who they didn't care about and joked about to the guy they actually listened to. And I'll show you exactly how I did it in 4 simple steps. Step 1. The reality of your friends. Your friends are not just making fun of you. And deep down you already know it. Like, think about it, the jokes they make about you. You might just laugh them off and they might just laugh them off, but deep down, you know that they're being serious. They are making these jokes to disrespect you. And you've probably thought about it before, because unless you wouldn't have clicked on this video if you felt like the punching bag of the friend group. Because if you do, you most likely already know that you are. These friends, they don't care about you. They don't respect you, and they only use you for their own entertainment. There is a perfect analogy that explains this so well, and it's the crabs in the bucket analogy. Imagine we were like a bucket of crabs. We were like crabs inside of the bucket, and we were all trying to crawl out of the bucket. Me and you were trying to crawl out. And you know, these people are your friends. They're in the bottom of the bucket, and they see you crawling out. And they're like, oh yeah, this guy can't get out, because these people are so low quality, they can't get out themselves. So they start dragging you down. These people that you're friends with, they are so low quality and care so little about you that if you ever try to improve, if you ever try to do something with your life, they will be the first people to grab your feet and pull you back down into the bucket. That's the people you call friends. They only care about you when it benefits them. Because I remember a perfect story that explains this so well. It was when it was around Christmas. We were going to this center to make like cookies, you know, something we do in Denmark, right? And we were going up there, and I was with this friend group, and I was constantly having to make jokes, be the funny guy, pissing people off, you know, doing some silly stuff to get their attention. And the thing is, we were standing at these tables, you know, making the fucking cookies, right? And the moment I stopped talking, the moment I stopped being funny, it was almost like I wasn't even with them. Like, they would not even glance over at me, they wouldn't say anything to me. I was kind of just looking at them having fun. I wasn't even in the fun, I was just there like, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, you know, laughing at their fun. And it was only when I did something stupid, you know, that I would get their attention and actually feel like I was part of it. That's how little they care about you. It's only when it benefits them that they want to talk to you. This leads me to step 2. Why do you want to stay with them? Well, there is actually quite a primal reason why we want to stay with these fake friends, because think about it. Back when we were cavemen, you couldn't just leave the tribe. If you left the tribe, you would have been killed. And that's why it feels more safe to stay with the people who disrespect you rather than just being alone. Because deep down, you're probably not the most social guy. So your brain knows if you left these people who are horrible to you, you would not be able to easily get like new friends. You know, it would take quite a while. You had to develop some social skills or something, right? That's why your brain chooses a safe option. That's why if you're used to waking up at 10 AM, your brain will do that again. If it's used to indulging in junk food, you'll do it again, because it does the safe option, the one that feels comfortable. And so the thing is, although this feels horrible and you know your mental health is really bad, it still feels safe. You know that you at least have some friends, and that's why you don't really want to leave them, because if you leave them, you know you'll be over here alone, and the brain doesn't really like this. The only problem with this is that this will follow your self-image for the rest of your days, because the people that you're around dictates your self-image. Think about it. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. All these belittling beliefs that they tell you, all these things that they joke about to you, those beliefs will clump up into your brain, and it will literally become your perception of yourself. Instead of perceiving that you're the guy, like, you know, who can get the girls, you know, go to the gym, who can become rich, you start thinking, oh yeah, I'm just a guy who no one gives a shit about. Oh, I'm the guy who makes fun of, you know, all these things. You belittle yourself. And the thing is, self-image is so hard to reverse that if you don't reverse it soon, it will follow you into your adult life, and you'll be haunted by these friends forever. And so this is the reason why we stay with them. And if you want my help to get out of the feeling of being the punching bag in the friend group and actually get respect from yourself and others, go down and check out the second link in the description. It's my discipline club. But how do they make sure that we don't go anywhere? That is step 3, how they keep you trapped. So there is this story of the moment I started wanting to improve myself. I'd found out, you know, I wanted to make some money. I had already invested in some stocks, you know. And I said, oh, I found this thing called trading, you know, trading crypto, forex, you know, where you're basically like buying one thing and then selling later for like a higher price. And I was getting into this, you know, I was really focused on it, like obsessing of, oh, how can I do this? And I really enjoyed it. And I thought like, oh yeah, this is going to make me some money. And I was just practicing and practicing and practicing. And I started caring about, you know, not using my phone as much because I wanted to focus on trading. When I told my friends about this, and when they saw me doing it in school, this was the exact look that they gave me, like, ugh, you know, what the fuck is this guy doing, you know? That was the look that they were giving me. Trust me, bro. They tried to keep me trapped by saying, you're trying to do something better, you're trying to be better. That's weird, we don't like it. They try to keep you trapped by saying, you're weird. They try to like expel you when you do something better. And that's how they keep you, like, then you're like, oh yeah, sorry for trying to be better, you know, and then you come crawling back to these people. That's the first way that they keep you trapped. The second way is when you finally decide to step away and say, fuck this, I can't take it anymore. These people have to go from our life. Then they will give you the silent treatment. I remember this. I knew that I was wanting to be the guy who could achieve more stuff in life. And so I was like, I can't be with these friends anymore. I need to leave them. And I finally did. And the moment I did, I heard nothing from them. In school, they didn't even look at me, bro. They ignored me. They didn't talk to me. They didn't text me. They didn't shit. They gave me the silent treatment to kind of like make me feel like I was the weird guy. And maybe I was, you know. But you know, they made me feel like I was the guy who didn't fit in. Just so that I would maybe come crawling back to them and stay average just like them. And that's how they keep you trapped. But if these are the fake friends and, you know, this is how they keep you trapped and all this stuff, what friends should we actually have? Well, that is step 4. The right friends to look for. Now, real friends, they still challenge you, but they also respect you. My friend is the perfect example of this. Whenever I come to him and cope, when I say something, oh, I don't want to do this, oh, I feel kind of nervous about going up and talking to these people, and oh yeah, he'll be like, why? He'll shut my limiting beliefs down immediately, and that's what a real friend is. Instead of putting limiting beliefs on you, telling you that you can't do it, he will literally take your own limiting beliefs, rip him away from you and be like, you can do that. He wants to grow as well. Like my friend and me, we have the same end goal in mind. That's maybe like the biggest thing that people do wrong. They get with people who go out drinking all weekend, they're gaming, they're scrolling, they're not doing shit with a life. And basically their outcome in like 10 years is going to be working a dead-end job, not really having any life, hating their life. And if you hang around those people, again, you're the average of the 5 people you hang around with, you'll become like them. So why not find people with the same goal as you? And I've found exactly just that. My friend, he wants to grow, I want to grow. We hold each other accountable. Whenever he still comes to me and says, oh yeah, I've been slacking with this, I'm like, gotta do this, you gotta do this, stop thinking like this, stop doing that. We're constantly helping each other get higher. Like, whenever I see him like getting better, it just puts a smile on my face. Not because, you know, I'm the guy who helped him, but because I'm seeing him doing better, I'm seeing him improve. And I know he feels the same way for me. This is real friends. Real friends care about each other. They're not trying to pull you down. I'm like literally, imagine the crabs in the bucket analogy. If my friend tries to crawl out, I'm literally pushing him out of the bucket. And he'll be at the rim of the bucket trying to like pull me out as well, like when I try to crawl up. That's what a real friendship is. But how do we actually implement all this stuff that I told you? Because probably you're just feeling shit right now. You know that you're the punching bag of the friend group. You know how they keep you trapped. You know what friends you should be having. But how the fuck do you even use this? Well, it's actually quite simple. Basically, this is a really hard step, but there is no like other advice that I can give you. You just have to stop talking to those friends. Make sure that you see them as little as possible. Cut them off everywhere so you don't hear their limiting beliefs and their traps that they try to pull on you to get you back into their life. Then try to become the man that you've always wanted to be. Like, there is a reason why you don't feel good with these people. It's because you want something more from life. You want to go to the gym, you want to start making money, you want to improve your mental health. Start building that character, because the thing is, once you're going to do that, and you've also built some social skills, when you go and look for those people who are like-minded, you will find them. So yeah, leave those people, start building yourself and your social skills, and then you can look for the right friends. Because even though it's not going to be the most pleasant thing to feel alone, trust me, it is better to stay with these people who genuinely just try to make your mental health worse. And again, if you want my help with this exact problem, go down and check out Discipline Club, second link in the description. Alright, that's it. Put one foot in front of the other.